You guys are the best dogs. Best friends. Man, oh man. We did not end up hooking up to power last night. We got down to 42%, I think it was.
Yeah.
Using the fridge. But I'll tell you, we did not need the air conditioner, that's for sure.
No, it's supposed to be sunny all day today though, so I'm not really worried about refilling.
No, well, it just got cold, is really what it was. So like, yesterday evening was up and I felt like, it's 82, maybe?
Yeah.
That's what the weather app said at least. But by the morning, especially with the fans moving, because there's a little air chill in there, it was like 50, maybe? And I'm like,
it's chilly.
I'm ready for summer sleeping, so. All right, we are off, and we have a destination about 32 miles from here. Yesterday was September 10th, 2025, and it was a very dark day in our country. You know, I've been talking about staying off the news, and this is one though that was like past the news. It's been everywhere for good reason. And I think like waking up with that feeling, going to bed with that feeling, there's a lot to it. And that one hit home for sure. Obviously that's not what this channel is about, but it at the same time kind of is, in a way, you know. Anyways, it's a new day. Let's go ahead and we got 32 miles to our approximate destination. See how far we get. This is Canyon Creek Campground and was going to be our destination. But it's pretty smoky out here. You can really smell it. I think we breathed in enough smoke.
Yeah, you can like taste it.
To taste it, yeah. We're not the only ones out here. Actually, we passed one tab leaving. That was a cute little.
There's another fiberglass over there.
There is. What do you think it is? Scant?
I think a casita.
Casita? Yeah. We would have stayed here, but yeah, again, smoke. And also, it's only 9:30. So.
I feel like we can get a little further.
A lot further, maybe past this.
Yeah.
Stay here for up to
14 days.
Yep. This sure is a pretty sight, isn't it? Actually, a little moss hanging here. So it's definitely humid here, and it's a little more green.
Yeah.
But it's still on the drier side of the mountain.
Right.
God, what a beautiful area. And I think if we spend more time in Washington in the future, I feel like we need to stay more on the east side. I never would have thought that as a kid, you know, or up to this point.
At least it's northeast side, yeah, like above Spokane.
It's beautiful. Now we are at an elevation of, I think here we're probably 4,500 feet. It feels like we dropped at least 1,000 feet in elevation. Just these funny cows on the way in, like right along the road. They kind of move over, and then as soon as we pass, they like scooch back over the road.
There's two fiberglasses here.
Oh, see that one, it looks like a casita. It could be a casita.
I think this one's a scamp, the other one's a casita.
Something like, yeah. But you can see this is an older one, and they last a good while. You would expect as much, right? You can see old sailboats from the 70s, and they're still doing all right as long as you wax them. They still look pretty decent.
Fiberglass friends.
Fiberglass friends. We really need to go to an egg rally. If you're not familiar, fiberglass trailers are called eggs, right? Because, you know, they kind of look like little eggs. Up until recently, though, colored shells really weren't a thing unless you paint them.
Right.
But a lot of people don't paint them.
Right.
I don't know. I just think they're cute. Also, definitely a casita. You can tell by that front window. But that's a nice spot. I think we're gonna need to move on.
Yeah.
Keep on down the road. That 32 miles.
Oh, fast, yeah.
So we have not done a lot of driving, and when I was glad for it. My butt has finally recovered because sitting in the driver's seat for 10, 12 hours a day, man, that kind of weighs on you a little bit. That's a lot. Hauling across America.
I think that we got to find a good balance, right? Because I feel like if we stop at too many of these like remote campgrounds and like do nothing for too long, it feels like we're doing nothing. Whereas like when we're moving, at least it feels like we're doing something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's the thing is we'll have to figure out, like if we were staying here, it's a beautiful spot, right? I think we got to figure out what to do here.
Right.
But right now we still have places that we'd like to be.
Right.
You know, so, but the nice part is we don't have to be. That feels good.
It does feel good.
That feels like true freedom to me. But we have so many places we want to be, and I think that's what we got to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Today, though, I think we're okay to keep moving. So
Yeah.
let's get back in the truck. Oh man, aren't we lucky? Look at this site.
Right next to a nice lake and a boat launch, and
Is this a river or is this a lake?
or I mean a river.
It looks like
It's
a
a
lake.
river.
Yeah.
It's a river.
Man, yeah, this is so we've made it to Idaho and we're just past Newport.
Yeah, we're like halfway between Newport and Sandpoint.
How do you beat this? There's a real nice dock over here. There's a boat launch down there, dock, all that good stuff. And
Maybe we come sit out here and watch the sunset later.
yeah, well, I mean, our big windows are facing. That's just, can't beat it. Can't beat it. You know, free boondocking here. But we are going to, so we haven't talked much about our bikes and we really need to get used to them. But I think my biggest complaint, I know for a fact, has been the seat.
Yeah.
The second was the handlebar position.
Right.
So we've adjusted some things, including adding one extension, and this is as much as we could get on these bikes before these would start to pull, and that replacing cables is a thing. And I wouldn't care about the brake cables. It's the shifter cables that sounds more like a pain. So I've raised mine up, you don't mind.
No,
Yours?
mine's good. Mine's good.
And then we actually did swap the seats, and we've not tried them out yet. So, but we swapped the seats, and they're these nice, like they're pretty plush. There's no cushion at suspension on these at all, other than the cushion from the seats. But all right, let's give it a shot. All right. So right off the bat, I can already tell I need a little adjustment on the seat to move it slightly back and tilt it slightly up. But this, it's like sitting in a lazy boy.
I actually don't think mine needs to be adjusted. I think that's about
Yeah.
right.
I think mine does, but it's not much.
Definitely much more comfortable than our last seats.
We figured there need to be an adjustment. This is nice. Like this just, wow. I mean, and they were only like $34, $34.99, $35.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of some big garages over there, but this is sort of a farm-ish area. Not a whole lot out here.
There's a recreation area right around the corner down the street a little bit, so we're gonna go see right over there and see what that's about. Maybe it might be a campground even.
Yeah, we only pulled over here, but I figured it might be worth checking out. Man, I will say I love e-bikes. I love e-bikes, but it is more convenient to pull these down.
These are way easier to pull up and down. These kind of just roll. They're called the specialized rolls.
Yeah.
but they kind of just roll down the street when you're going downhill or flat. Yeah, they kind of cruise.
Whereas like an e-bike is so heavy, there's too much friction that they will slow down, like if you're going downhill. But yeah, this riser, huge upgrade, that's for sure. I don't feel like I'm hunched over as much, but I will say this is a magnetic phone holder. There's like a lumber mill over here. It smells really good. But this works pretty dang well, except for
anytime you hit a bump.
Anytime you hit a bump, yep.
Then your phone goes flying down the street.
Yeah, so that's a bummer. The magnet is pretty strong, and they were only 10 bucks, but yeah, given that that's the case, unfortunately, I'm gonna pull mine off.
Yeah, I actually might try to figure out a way to like get this adhered in the truck to use as like a phone mount while we're driving.
That would be nice, but yeah, some sort of clamp, you know. They have RAM bars, but those are expensive. Riley Creek Recreational Area. Albany Falls Project. Okay.
Vehicles with permits only after 10 p.m.
Oh, there is a whole campground here. So park office, camp loops, picnic shelters. Oh, this is cool. Well, we got free boondocking, but yeah, let's see what this campground's all about. This is fun. And yeah, see what everybody's using. Oh, that's cute. Man, they got rigs all over the place. There's a destination style trailer over there. I wonder if that's storage of some sort. Right here on the water, this is cool. Beautiful. Nice office. I love the big stones, look at that. Okay, and that looks like there's a big boat launch. Let's check that out. All right, it's a dual dock launch here. Not too bad. There's a sheriff's boat down there. Head over this way. This is a big old park. What the heck is Doggy Island? Oh, what are those called? Cattails?
Something
like that?
There are cattails, yeah.
Little swamp. This is a beautiful park. They clearly keep this up pretty nice. Oh, I love the weeping willows. Nice swimming area too. The water's pretty clear. Wow. They even rake the little beach here. Sheesh. Keep it nice. A little lost and found, a little bucket hat. Gotta work these hills. Oh, sheesh. Oh, we go a lot slower on these bikes here.
Which I think is okay.
That's fine. Yeah. They're not as fun, but more of a workout. I think we can turn off this beautiful trail though.
I think it's a different kind of fun.
Yeah. Although this really is right on theme here. Slowing down and taking it in, you know? I think there's a place for both. For commuting, like, you know, you're working a long shift, e-bike all the way. For slowing down, taking it in and enjoying yourself, I think we're onto something here. This is a little amphitheater. Maybe, I don't see anywhere that they might throw like a projector up, but yeah, looks like you could have a nice little seminar, a little wilderness class. There's a little bit of freeway, or well, I guess highway noise over there. I think it's Highway 20, right?
I think so.
Something like that, but really not too bothersome. It's great, and even have a little bike rack here for you. This is nice. They even have a nice little fishing pier, and this is great. Look at this. It's almost like we're on a little peninsula here, surrounded by water on three sides. This is lovely. Peaceful. Quiet campground here. This is great. It's not much for solar. Oh, here's an old Airstream. And not much in the way of solar here. They do have power and water, it appears. Yeah. Oh, that's been nice and cleaned up. Look at that. All right. they're certainly not full here. It looks like they have fire pits. I don't know if there's a fire ban in effect.
There is.
There is still? Okay.
Yeah.
Trail light, Class C. Man, you guys know, love the motorhomes, but just not for us. I think it's like a fork here where you have one set of sights. You know, these ones aren't super close to one another either. Yeah.
No, I think they're starting to clear out too because the campground closes on September 21st, so we're kind of at the tail end of camping season here. I'm
kind of surprised by that. I don't imagine the weather gets super, maybe we're in a higher elevation or something, but yeah. That Seaview has a Ford or a Chevy Astro van front end. That's kind of funny. You didn't see too many like that, I feel like. It sure does smell good, and I think that is aided by the lumber just probably right next door. Oh, cute little teardrop there. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, lots of sites vacant. So you don't have sewer dump here. I imagine there's probably
a dump on the way out.
Yeah. That's a good looking truck. The old Fords. Holiday Rambler Neptune. Man, Jeeps are sure popular for towing behind. I get it. You got your business and your home, and you got your fun.
I loved our Jeep. I stand by it.
Is that a Bounder? Yeah, that's a beauty. That's a big rig. Beauty. Man, there's actually quite a few sites in this and we skipped one loop because it looked a lot smaller. Yeah, the one that borders the trail down there. Yeah, this is nice. We must have missed a turn or something because this is actually this is another loop. Sites 1 through 29.
Well, we kind of just came around the backside.
You have to have a reservation?
Yeah.
I actually kind of wondered though, if we averaged out, and it's all dependent, right, on where you go and where you stay, and we have so much freedom to go anywhere, it'd be really hard to actually calculate it accurately, but how much money have we saved just boondocking? You know.
I think we tried.
Is it greater than, so far, over the last 8-9 months? Is
50?
It greater than?
Well, let's say we paid $50 a night for a campsite. On average, 30 nights a month. That's $1,500 a month just in campsites. And then,
which
1,500 times 12, you're at another. Let's see, 12 plus 6 is $18,000.
Yeah,
for a year.
Our solar setup is more than paid for itself.
Yeah.
I think we spent about,
on average,
for both systems. Let's see, our front rack was like $1,500 maybe, like for everything, rack, panels, wiring. I think it was $1,500 and like maybe $400 for this. A little over $400.
I think we're like all in at like 20. Let's go conservatively $2,500 for our whole solar system.
Yeah, I'd say we more than compensated.
Yeah, but like if you're going camping 365 days at a campground on average at $50 a night, $18,000 for a whole year. That's insane.
Well, the other thing is these are nice sites, and oh, that Fleetwood looks real good in here, doesn't it? Ah, it's a big old bus. But these are rather public anyways, you know? Oh, look at that. It's a cool paint job.
And we can still use all the amenities just by riding our bikes.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we pay an entrance fee at a park or something like that. This one doesn't have one, but is that a Willow? No.
A Soul.
Soul? Yeah. That's cute. That's a big rig. Whew. Oh, so here's that main office again, and I bet you that's a campground host right there. This would be a lovely place to stay and host.
Yeah.
And a bundle of firewood, $7. So you know. Now where's the dump station? Park attendant there, and then, oh, see, another one there. They got a tiny little rig. Wow. Oh, and then you got another site for a host here. Back there, actually nice. Well, okay, what would it be like? Actually,
be across from the dump station.
So this would be one of the sites they'd give you. I don't know if they pay or anything, of course. That's a factor as well. But you actually have 2 hookups for water, and I bet you there's 50 amp. Yep, 50 and 30, and 220 amps there. got a fire pit and a lot of room,
Yeah.
I will say. So this isn't too bad. I think one day, well, camp hosting would be fun. You know, I don't know.
Maybe.
This site, however, is right across from the dump station. So, yeah, you might get some scent.
Yep. I feel like we'd only want to do like a month at a time now.
You know, I don't know. I guess it depends on the park. I feel like we could dip our toes in at a month.
Yeah, depending on where. Like, if we could camp host in Florida, like down in like by Miami for like, or the Keys for like
In the winter.
in the Keys, like January through March.
Yeah.
I'd be there.
I'd even take like December to February. Maybe. Yeah. Anywho, I think we can end this one here. This is a lovely day. I need to adjust my seat, and I feel very fortunate. Very, very, very fortunate. And yeah, it's been a hard 2 days. It is something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.